Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, well, we are taking a look at AMD stock and why this could be a make or break week on AMD stock's price action. So let's jump right into it because we are at a critical level again. How the way we have closed this week, if we lose certain zones, this near-term strength that we have been getting on AMD, we might start to lose. But where is that confirmation of weakness again? And or I should say, where can we, until what zone can we still retain this strength that an AMD has gained lately? Because AMD, as you know, I have been talking about that this is the best buy right now, right? Let's go over all the price action, right? Why is it even a best buy and why this is such a make or break week on AMD. Now, before going further, also want to let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Now, as you are aware, if you are not new to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, well, check out the videos on my channel, especially AMD, if that only what interests you. But I would highly suggest check out all these videos as there are a lot of stuff going on, a lot of money that could be made across multiple stocks. Now, so AMD, as what I have been saying, that the place where it is right now, all right, this is such an important area because this is where previous massive demand zone is, all right, and price has come back in that same zone of influence again, right? And we'll get to some more points in just a second. Weekly interval level, 200 weeks moving average that I have been constantly pointing out. We found a bounce right over there, right? Because if we would have lost it, definitely we would have been then coming down to $100 area. But that's not the case here, right? We are just bouncing back up from 200 weeks moving average. The reason why this is a make or break week is because the way AMD has closed. Because if I take you to the lower time frames, let's go to the hourly interval. As I have given you these trend lines, right? This trend line gave us that really good, beautiful intraday continuation to the uptrend. Lately, what started to happen from last 2 days is we lost that trend line first, meaning losing pivots. But since we had strong demand zone sittings, we got those bounces, held higher pivot. However, we still kept rejecting and still are rejecting underneath that trend line, which in other words also now we have a new area to watch, at least on the near term. Now, the way we have closed, unfortunately, as for the last day, we have closed again losing a level of a potential uptrend. So right now, AMD has sort of started to show us a double top price action, with this being the neckline almost like $123 area. Now, however, are we still safe enough that AMD in the price action is just fine? And the answer to that is yes. And at the end of the video, I'll also provide my opinion, which I'm already providing, but that will be more like a conclusive opinion as well. It's a summary as well. Now, the reason is that, yes, intraday though, guys, unfortunately, we are again losing the strength. You can see these 2-3 hours of sell-off, supply zone in the same area of the couple of days ago sell-off, right? And we lost a directional pivot there. So the thing is that the intraday strength will only come back on AMD if we get above this $123 area, all right? And the break area, now this demand zone, don't lose sight out of it. This is a demand zone in confluence with 200 hours moving average, this very $121 area. And also not just that, on the daily interval, this is where we do have a higher low, okay? So as long, and this is what can break AMD's strength that AMD is in on the daily interval at least. And that will be if we lose this $121 area, 122, 121. If we lose it and close below it, weakness is back again in AMD. And so we're not far away. It's going to happen this week, right? Either we're going to break and lose the strength again, or we're gonna hold through it and get above $123 and thus continuing this intraday, at least the strength that has been coming. Now on the daily level of the swing, active mode, yes, we are already bullish. On the passive mode, there is some more strength that price action needs to confirm to us. But now I'm getting to my opinion. All right. And so those are the levels to watch near term and also as make or break areas. But what I want to point now on, and very important thing, and let's get rid of this blue box actually now. We don't need this. And also let's clean up a little bit here as well. We don't need that. So now the thing is that in the price action, where AMD is, as I showed you, 200 weeks moving average down there is a good support that we got. We are back again in the demand zone, right? That's great, the area of influence. And it has been more than a month that AMD has been traversing in this area. The point I want to also emphasize this one is this is a liquidity grab at around 200 weeks moving average. You see how previously closer to the demand zone, right, we started to bounce from higher pivot and then just suddenly came down. But what happened here? We consolidated and we just came straight back up without this time forming a lower pivot, which would have been here $120. Since that's why this is $120, that area $120 to $121 area is a make or break, because it's just not going to lose single pivot. It's also going to regain the resistance of the previous pivot. And since this time, as we came back up around after losing this zone of bullish previous strength forming at this demand zone, this thing didn't reject up there and came back straight up. So it tells us that this is a liquidity grab, meaning all these buyers around 200 weeks moving average trying to play it up. And I'm telling you, there's just a lot of traders who are trading this move to the upside. All of their stop losses is down here. Even partial stop losses of mine were also down there. I was telling you guys, all right? Now, since, as I just explained, we came back up without rejecting and forming a lower pivot, this is a liquidity grab, stop losses were hit, and that's the game of trading, and we are coming back up. Now, we want to continue this trend, so make or break level definitely is 122, 121 area. If we lose it, we lose the strength, the momentum that AMD has gained. Otherwise, AMD is just fine. We want to get above 123 as soon as possible. We want to continue to stay above 20 days moving average as many days as possible. That's fine even if it consolidates here. But we want to get above it, above 20 days moving average. The next good sign would be getting above 50 days moving average. All these are extra confirmations of strength, right? So far, as if intraday, we are at a deciding point. Avoid trading if you want to avoid trading between $121 to $123 area. These two range, just avoid. Above 123, all good, back again to the upside. Unfortunately, below 121 area is weakness. So that's what we have on AMD going in this week. AMD's earnings are coming soon. Now, look, no one knows what's going to happen through the earnings. I'll provide my opinion next week where the price action is and based off of what could happen during the earnings. But this week, definitely we have other stocks earnings as well. It's an earnings season, fireworks season. But AMD so far is, as just what I went over in the price action, is how we have to trade and look at it. So I'm still very bullish on AMD, but just my opinion. Please do what you feel like is right for you. All right. I'll see you in the next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.